Welcome back to another episode of Necrobarista.
That was kind of intense. Do they do that often? The song and dance thing?
Yeah, what do you think they are? Some sort of anime street gang? What sort of self-obsessed jerks have their own theme song?
Don't be a downer, pal. No, I was talking about the dramatic encounter. Oh, between Maddy and Ned? Yes. Yeah, they've got chemistry.
Not the romantic kind, the explosive kind. Can't leave them in the same room together or they'll kill each other.
That history? Maddy's just a serially troubled person from Ned's perspective.
Doesn't help that she can't stop herself from pulling pranks on him.
Oh, I suppose not. I mean, he doesn't have it easy either.
I don't think he's used to having his authority questioned, really. Gets under his skin. Wasn't he a famous criminal? And therein lies the irony of the situation.
A strange world we live in.
Let's see. Urge? Pockets? Game? Tab? Quantum? Dog's dinner. And let's go with... fled.
Melt. Quiche. Food. Mad. The term. Yes. Mad.
Day 2, 12 p.m., the terminal. Rise and shine. Don't wanna... You shouldn't waste your last hours on Earth sleeping. Man, I was hoping that I was having a really long, weird dream. Sorry, no such luck. I'm still having trouble getting my head around it. I totally understand. Want a coffee? Yeah, just something simple. Hipster coffee coming right up. What's going on downstairs? I didn't even know you had it downstairs. Neither did I. There's more to this place than meets the eye. Maddy's down there desperately trying to fix our debt situation. It sounds like she's hosting a cage match or something. Well, not exactly, but she's mentioned wanting to do that. There's some wrestler called the Red Comet that she wouldn't stop talking about for a while. And then because of that, Ashley got obsessed with wrestling for a bit and kept trying to suplex me. Did she manage to? She's tiny. A couple of times. Ha! It was very humiliating. I can imagine. But to properly answer your question, Maddy's running a gambling ring. Downstairs? All by herself? It's a fairly unconventional one. And by unconventional, you mean mortals generally aren't involved. The stakes are higher than usual. Oh. Coffee's ready. Come over and get it. They gambled for time, among other things. You don't sound like you're a huge fan of the idea. I'm not. It's undignified. I mean, as long as Maddy's not in danger, shouldn't it be fine? The council doesn't like it. They turn a blind eye because we don't cause trouble otherwise, but I'd rather not have to worry about bad things coming our way. Because Maddy refuses to approach the problem from a different angle. And by the problem, you mean the debt, yeah? I was pretty drunk, but I think I remember Maddy storming off after Ned turned up. Yeah, I'm a bit worried about her. I wish I could help. You all seem pretty nice. The thought's appreciated. Maddy will figure it out eventually, though, I'm sure. She just needs time. Yeah, thanks for the coffee, by the way. I just realized you haven't actually made me pay for a bunch of them. How'd you expect to pay for them, then? Alright, yeah, no cash. If I were feeling particularly capricious, I'd ask you to pay in time, but you're a nice kid and you need every minute you've got. You want to head downstairs? I can see your eyes darting to the stairs. I'm not going down, but I'm also not going to stop you. If that's okay, go on then, I'll stick around up here. Catch you in a bit. We gonna, like, gamble? The downstairs that led to the basement were solid and well torn. The stairs, with smooth ruts on each step and a handrail that had been polished to a silky sheen through years of use. I can't tell if I should pronounce it Kishan or Kishan. Kishan. Kishan had always liked stairwells. People never lingered in them for long, and he'd found them to be a good place to catch a breather. He wasn't obsessed with them, that'd be weird, but he definitely appreciated a nice set of stairs. On further reflection, it was probably a little weird. Downstairs, Maddy's audience clamored for blood. From you to me. With the understanding that your remaining moments of this plane are limited, you surrender this time freely without coercion, as agreed. Contract fulfilled. You're free to go. Phew. That's 3 in a row. You're bloodthirsty. The crowd cheered. Maddy was clearly an expert at winding them up in a frenzy. Who's next? The room fell dead silent. Come on, isn't anyone here brave enough to challenge me? I thought you came here to play with knives, you pansies. Knives. Seriously? Anyone? Don't hold out on me. Do I need to pick someone out from the crowd, then? Is that what we've come to? Maddy's gaze swept across the audience. Kishan, good to see you upright. Interested in a game of skill? Me? Yes, you. Oh, sure. Give me some enthusiasm, my man. Sure. What's the game? 5-finger fillet. Oh, no. Some of the people in here just call it the knife game. You heard of it? I mean, I lived in the year like 2014, I'm aware. Oh, finally, something I'm good at. Okay. That's not weird at all. I don't like this. Ooh, I don't like this. Okay. This thing has a good weight to it. Of course, I wouldn't make you complete with an inferior tool. What? Sorry, I was waiting for you to segue into calling me an inferior tool. Wow, that was low-hanging fruit, wasn't it? Next time, mate. Sure. Kishan did another experimental slash, and this time it made an audible whoosh. The spectators oohed and ahed, but this wasn't for them. He only had one shot to get accustomed to the blade. You done showing off? Nothing's wrong with putting on a little show. Sounds like you're stalling for time. Getting cold feet, perhaps? Not a chance. Let's get started then. You know what you're wagering? Chay mentioned something about you gambling with time. It's not gambling if it's a game of skill, but that's besides the point. We're both wagering 4 hours. If you win, it comes from the cafe's balance. If I win, it comes from yours. You've got around 16 hours left in case you weren't keeping track. Only that many? Want a little extra time to play with then? Yes. Let's stop wasting it and let's get this over with. Sure you know what you're getting into? Most people are pretty shy about playing with the time they have left, especially when their tank's running as empty as yours. Yep, come on. Unless you're getting cold feet. Hardly. You've got 30 seconds. Smack the timer when you're ready. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to show this. I don't know what this... Okay, let's get on with. The crowd cheered and Kishan fled off their enthusiasm. In response, Maddy leaned back and tapped her fingers on the table, feigning impatience. He met her eyes, grinned, and continued his performance. His stabbing motion got faster as he went, the point nearly missing each of his fingers. Stabs strong enough to drive the knife a millimeter or two into the table were good if you wanted to put on a show. And of course, giving the spectators a show was part of the fun. You might be going fast enough to put on a show, but you're not going fast enough to win. How'd I do? 16 sets, if I counted correctly. Whoa. I couldn't do 16. That's how many Maddy beat me with. Is she gonna lose? Nah, she's gonna kick it. Feeling good about that result? Certainly am. Radio then. Watch closely. Oh, I will. 16. I'm just gonna put it out here. Just a quick disclaimer. Don't do this. This is bad. This is very, very bad. And I hope that people learned a bunch of years ago that you really shouldn't do this. Okay? We good? Cool. Disclaimer over. Yeah. 3. 7. 11. 15. Told you, she's unbeatable. Is it magic? She could cheat if she wanted to. Definitely not. She's just that good. Poor guy didn't know what he was getting into. Sorry, mate. He beat me fair and square. I'm pretty impressed. I aim to please. I'll be taking those hours now if you don't mind. Yeah, sure. How does that work? Just like this. You won't feel a thing. Kishan felt a brief tightness in his chest, and just for a moment the tip of Maddy's finger burned white hot. Ow! Someone in the crowd laughed. Sorry, I lied. It's done now, though. Alright, does anyone else want to compete with me? Come on, looking for some actual decent opposition here. I'll take any challenge, even if it's chess or something. Any challenge? I challenge you to get everyone a drink. Rounds on me. I didn't realize you were watching. There wasn't anything happening upstairs and I got bored. Right. So, you took some hours from Kishan, huh? Yes, I did. Do you feel good about it? Chay, do you? I won them fair and square. He didn't know what he was getting into. There's an obvious power imbalance here that you're exploiting. He knew the rules. That doesn't change anything. You let him believe that he'd get some extra time. And, barring a miracle on his part, that absolutely wasn't going to happen. It doesn't matter. He's just passing through. A couple of hours won't make any difference. Maddy, I'm disappointed in you. Our patrons respect us. We need to earn their respect by treating them with respect ourselves. This is not respectful or dignified. Cheating vulnerable passers through out of their time, we're above that. We're better than that. I don't care whether you think it's dishonest or not. I want you to give that poor man his time back. Don't pout. This is serious. I feel like a broken record saying this, but while I understand your intentions are good, you can't keep doing these things. It's all for you. If you really want to do this for me, find another way. This isn't worth it, Maddy. It breaks my heart to see you like this, and I know you're trying your hardest, but this really, truly is not worth sacrificing your own self-respect over. Everyone here respects you, but your gambling with hours just cheapens that. I'll give the hours back. Shame, I was pretty great with the knife. Still not as good as me. Yeah, I was pretty close. Lovelace. Yes? What form did you have before you were reborn? I think I was a crab. Come on, I'm being serious. Ashley wouldn't harvest spirit liquid from a crab. You're assuming an awful lot about how squeamish she is. As far as I can remember, I lived above streets next to the sky. So a bird, then? Wings and feathers and such? No, not that. I do remember flying, though. Oh, were you a sugar glider? Describe. You eat inert insects and tree sap and flower nectar. That is familiar. Wonder how Ashley found you, then. Could have been anything, really. You mentioned bright lights earlier. Oof. Yeah, I'm thinking you got hit by a car. That seems likely. Is that bad? I mean, you're here now, so... Whether you like it or not. Shut up.
I am still adjusting.
What a weird set of characters.
Fish! That's what I think. Oh, I think Greg nailed out. I think he'll know it was me. Do you think any of them will know it was me? How many kills? Name of science.